Hello, listeners. Welcome along to this SLP short, and this is a charitable SLP short. We're joined by Bryan from @6 again, the most prolific rugby league tweeter in all of rugby league Twitter, to talk about Rugby League Shirt Day. Bryan, welcome to SLP.
Thanks for having me. How are we?
Yeah, great. It's great to have you on. You've come up with a fantastic sort of charitable initiative. I know it's not just you on your own, so I'm sure you'll give some credit to other people, but you've come on to talk about Rugby League Shirt Day. So tell us a little bit about what is Rugby League Shirt Day.
Well, we're hoping it's going to be a new annual event. We are hoping to raise money for MND Association and the Steve Prescott Foundation, and basically it's Rugby League Shirt Day. Wear a Rugby League shirt on Friday the 23rd of September. Take a photo of it, if possible. Share it on social media. And we really want people to tag people in them photos to spread the word. So then they get to do it, nominate people, and then raise as much money as we can, basically.
That's an incredibly simple idea. I can't believe no one's thought about it before. So basically, we just need to put a Rugby League shirt on, take a picture, share it across our social medias. The RL Shirt Day is on all the social medias, isn't it? Share it across our social medias, use your hashtags, and then we'll put the hashtags in the show notes so people will know what to use. And then basically that helps spread awareness for these great, very strongly linked to rugby league charities, of course, that do great work anyway outside of just rugby league circles, and it gives a bit of a boost for rugby league exposure on the eve of the grand final as well.
Basically, yeah. that was the idea. We discussed when to have it, and the initial idea was to raise funds for MND because of Rob Burrow. And Rob's birthday is on Monday the 25th. But I've been to many a grand final, and it generally goes, go to grand final, talk about it on the Sunday, forget what you're doing on Monday, go up to it. So we thought we'd have the day before the grand final in the build-up. So everyone's still talking about rugby league, everyone's still talking about the grand final. And it's a simple thing and a simple gesture which can spread right across social network. That's the idea.
It's a fantastic idea. So as well as sort of getting your rugby league shirts out and making sure everyone sees all the different shirts people can share, you've also got a Just Giving page, haven't you? So do you want to tell people a little bit about that and how that can help raise the funds?
Just Giving page is www.justgiving.com/team/Rugby League Shirt Day. And on there, you can donate to either MND Association or to Steve Prescott Foundation, or to both at the same time, which some people have already done. And the idea is just we spoke to both Steve Prescott family, the Prescott family, and to the Burrow family to make sure that we could do this and we could use their names and use their charities to do this before we even commenced launching the idea, because we're a bit like that. We brought up in a way of asking before doing, really.
Yeah, of course. And the Rugby Football League have got behind it as well, haven't they? So you've really been getting all the big wigs involved.
We're building by the day. The RFL initially were all over it, and they've been immense with their support. We have since then got the help of Cornwall, Rugby League Football Club, Batley Bulldogs are on board, Hull KR Foundation are now on board, who are getting help from universities and hospitals. We've got a few NHS streams going on at the moment, in having a few talks with them. We're doing a couple of radio interviews, a couple of pods like yourselves. But we're just building and building and building. There should be an article going on this week from Love Rugby League as well.
It's
so
great
it's
exposure.
building.
It's a great initiative.
Yeah.
How did you and the other guys behind the idea come up with this idea?
Well, I do a little segment on Loose Forward podcast, and we have a little WhatsApp group, and there's 6 of us in it, including my wife and the guys who do it. And we basically there was a drunken night on a Saturday evening, as most things, good ideas come from. And we had a little chat between ourselves of, is there anything similar to Football Shirt Friday? And that's obviously where the concepts come from. None of us could think of one. So we got in touch with Simon Johnson at the RFL. He didn't know of any, and that's how the RFL got on board. And that's basically Simon Johnson was like, yeah, this is fantastic, let's do it.
And it's costing the RFL nothing, which is even better.
Basically, yeah. That's how it came about.
I'm sure I speak for a lot of rugby league fans, especially ones like me that don't live exactly in the heartland areas, but live kind of heartland. I say where I live in the Fylde Coast is heartland adjacent, so rather than heartland. And I always get a buzz when I'm like in the shop or something and I see someone wearing a rugby league shirt or something like that. And I'm sure lots of our listeners because we know lots of our listeners aren't in the heartlands, do get that buzz where they think we're part of a club and these people are part of this club with us too, and it's really exciting. So hopefully we do get to see rugby league shirts out and about, as well as on the social media channels, which would be fantastic. One of the things I was going to ask you about is, what about people like me, I suppose. In my office, we've turned to a more casual dress code since they wanted to encourage us to still come in the office after the lockdowns and stuff. But they don't let us wear sports shirts. But do you think things like people who've got polo shirts or things like that, that's part of the same thing, isn't it?
Yeah, we're not just limiting this to shirts, because obviously some shirts are £50, £60 these days. So we know that, especially with kids and stuff, we know that families can't really afford to buy each a shirt. So polos, vests, hoodies, with anything with a logo of a sports team on. I've been looking at some. There's a shirt. I've been doing a bit of research. There's some Leeds shirts which have just got a rhino on. There's some Salford shirt which has just got an S on. Yeah. It's things like that, and me personally, I don't wear, when I go to watch a game, I don't wear a shirt. I don't wear a shirt of.
I wouldn't wear one of those shirts either if I were you.
No, I know.
Bryan's wearing a St. Helens shirt for the listeners.
Yeah, I don't wear a vest top. I just go. I've always gone plain cloth with a badge. That's all I've ever gone. And this is where the idea kind of stuck in my head. I went to a game and 2 girls stopped me saying, "You don't support because you've not got a shirt on." And this is where it all really started in the back of our heads, because you're like, well, I was like, yeah. And the next game, I was like, it was conscious to me then that everyone was wearing a shirt and I weren't. And I was like, this could be massive. This could be amazing, because everyone has got a shirt. Don't get me wrong, I do have a shirt. I do have polos. It's just something I do. I don't wear logos to the game. I don't know why. I just never have.
I have a Wigan, who I support, brought out a range of clothing that was kind of the new logo that they brought out a few years ago in black on black tops. And so I bought a few of the polos of that because it's a very covert way of me wearing Wigan clothes at work and no one really knows it's in.
Well, the idea, Hull KR Foundation have come big on board, and they're trying to get one of the hospitals involved and local hospitals in Hull. And they're
Well, they're treating all the players, all the squads in there already in the training gear.
Yeah, but they're saying to the hospital, "Oh, get them to wear the top under the scrubs; they'll be fine." So if that can be done in hospitals, then surely places like your workplace, something smart. And that's what I was saying about Leeds. Leeds just have a small vinyl that you don't know, and an S for Salford you wouldn't know really. I think Hull KR is similar in a couple of their, if they're all down as leisure wear, aren't they? On all the shops.
So what we're saying,
but yeah, we're not limiting
ways
this
around
to shirt. Yeah, we're not limiting this to just shirts with anything with the logo on.
Stuff. Just show your rugby league support, show your rugby league colours, and support these rugby league endorsed charities as well.
That's it, and let's try and raise as much money as possible. And then, even if it's we're hoping to be successful, and again we're going to come back next year. I'm going to come back the year after. I'm going to keep on coming back and make it bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger.
That sounds fantastic, and thanks for joining us to explain it. Do you want to just give a quick run through of what the social media accounts are that people can hit up for getting involved?
Yes. So on Facebook, we are RL Shirt Day. On Instagram, we are Rugby League Shirt Day 2022. And on Twitter and TikTok, it is at RL Shirt Day. And we have 3 hashtags. One is hashtag RL Shirt Day. One is hashtag Show Us Your Shirt. And the last one is hashtag Shirt Selfie.
That's all great information, Bryan. Thanks for sharing that with us. Hopefully we'll see loads of pictures on the Friday before, on Grand Final Eve. And maybe people, when they're hanging around Manchester going to the Grand Final, might be having a chat about some of the more obscure ones that they might have seen, or some of the most interesting shirts that they've seen under the hashtags. That would be fantastic, wouldn't it?
That would be amazing. That would be absolutely fine. I'm travelling to Manchester on the day before, on actual Shirt Day, so I'm hoping to see quite a few.
There you go. If people hanging around train stations between West Yorkshire and Manchester, you might see a fantastic array of rugby league shirts for people. So that's really great to hear. Bryan, thanks for joining us again, and please everyone get behind the great initiative that is Rugby League Shirt Day.